to you with an unboxing for the new Playmat from FFG. I just got it. It's still in the shipping box, so we're going to unbox the whole thing. Are you ready? It's a pretty big box, but I'm pretty sure that's just for packaging materials. There it is. And I was really surprised at how fast the thing shipped. Oh, look at that. That's a really cool box. There it is. Star Wars Playmat. X-Wing miniature game accessory Playmat. Got the X-Wing art around the outside of the box. Now, I'm not sure if this box is really designed for storage and reuse, or if it's more of just a shipping box. We'll see how well it holds up. So, it opens pretty standard on the side here. And it's tight. It's in there pretty tight. Now, if you don't know, this is my current testing area Playmat, and it's got pretty dirty over the years. So on the back side, it's neoprene, just like the bottom of your mouse pad. And it's the Starfield side is inside, and here we go. I'm just gonna roll the whole thing out. Oh, it's gonna bump this stuff, isn't it? All right. Wow. So I went with these Oh, this is nice. It's really shiny. It's brand new, as you can tell. It's really shiny. One thing I'm a little less than thrilled at is that the corners are rounded. I mean, it's not that big a deal, but the corners are definitely rounded. One thing that's really nice is here in the corner, we got the Star Wars and FFG logo, and you know, that's pretty cool. I didn't notice that in the preview artwork. That's it. I mean, they're not like heavily rounded corners; they're just slightly rounded. You see that right there? It's not like any ship's really gonna. Like that's going to make much of a difference, and they said they are legal for turn and play, so I guess you can have rounded corners now. I've never seen any Playmat with rounded corners before. Because when you, I mean, I don't know. This is messing with me a little bit. I kind of don't like that. But it's not that big a deal. I'm going to set it up with some ships, and then we'll see how it looks. Alright, so we've got some ships on here now. You know, it's got a little bit of push to it like you would expect from a neoprene mat. It's a little smooth though, so it's not as grippy as, you know, you might want it to be. But I don't think that makes it any worse than, you know, a vinyl mat. But I don't know, I could be wrong, because different people have different preferences. I've heard it's very, you know, I think you have to get used to pushing down with it because it is so smooth that, you know, things can roll pretty quickly. Now, let's give it a dice test. You know, I'm gonna roll some dice on here. They were dice. I don't know if there's really that much difference. It definitely cushions the sound. So if you're playing indoors and you don't want to wake people up, you know, that's definitely good. But a lot of maps do that, or a lot of mats rather will do that. But this is definitely better than vinyl for rolling. But you know, you can push a little bit down. Like a lot of times when I'm moving, I'll hold down. I'll push my finger down into it, and then to help keep it in place. And that's good because it sinks in just a little bit, not much, but just enough to keep it in place. So there's that. I can't get over how good it really looks. I don't know if the camera's really picking it up that well. It's got a really nice shine to it. And of course you can get ripples through space. That's such a terrible idea. Why did I do that? I have the bad ideas sometimes. So, yeah, so basically, see, if you're pushing this in here, it can slide pretty easily, so it's pretty easy to bump. So it's not really, it's more for decoration, I think, than for holding your stuff in place. But here I'm going to show you something that is an idea I've had, and I haven't tested it yet. I'm looking to test it, and that is the idea of just tossing a thing completely upside down. And now you've got the grippy. Now the problem is this whole mat can move, so you have to be careful with it. But the advantage is that now your ships aren't going anywhere. I can't move that, and I cannot slide it. I can't slide it at all. It has to be actually picked up and placed back down. So this is definitely an option, you know. Because watch this, like watch this 2 forward. I don't have to hold that at all. Nothing can move. Of course, my arm is in the way. What's the point of doing that with my arm in the way? All right, so let me do it with the other hand. I can do it with this left-handed because this is my left hand. You know, and then boom, boom, no problem. Dice bump into it, and then going anywhere. Oh, let's roll dice on it. Let's do the dice test, right? Yeah, they don't really go all that. Well, I guess they can, but they feel like kind of like a football bouncing, how they'll roll back a little bit. It's just so much grip. But with this material, it collects dust in. Like I've had this thing out of the box for like 2 minutes, and it's covered in all the dust and bits and pieces of wood chips and dried bits of paint and everything that I have all over my table. This is where I do all my painting and my crafting and everything. So this mat works really nice upside down, but then of course you lose yourself the beauty of the arch of the other side. So I think most of the time I will definitely plan to play it gorgeous side up. You got the Star Wars logo in the corner. You've got this really shiny Starfield, and it connects perfectly to the Death Star side. If anybody's got a Death Star mat, I'd love to see it. I didn't want to get the Death Star one because if I want to connect to, this one will always work. The Death Star one, you wouldn't really be able to connect to another Death Star map. I mean, you could. It would just look weird. So here it is. Fantasy Flight's 3x3 Starfield gaming mat.